Are here with lesson 7 problem set. So we're still in module 5. We're thinking about place value and our tens and ones. So today we're going to be using what we call the hide zero cards again. That's just looking at the number 10 and thinking about if we hide the 0 and a 10 with a different number, that tells us how many ones we have, and that's a way to build a teen number. So we're going to look on this problem set today at either our cards or our 10 frames filled out with dots. We're going to use this thing called a number bond, which just shows us our total and then our parts. So our parts go together to form the total. We're going to use that to show how we can break a teen number up into the tens and the loose ones. So on this first one, we just see the 10. So our total is 10. And if the part is 10, how many loose ones do we have? 0. So we would just put a 0, and this shows us that 10 and 0 make 10. Okay, right here we see 10, 1. So if our parts are a 10 and a 1, 10, 1 is the same as how many? 11. Exactly right. If I hit that 0 with my 1, I'd have 1, 1. 1, 10, 1, 1 is the same as 11. Now on this next one, we have 10, 2. So I can fill out my number bond. I have a 10, and then how many loose ones? 2. So I'm going to write my 2. Now if I cover or hide my 0 with 2 ones, I have 1, 10, 2, 1. So 10, 2 is the same as 12. Okay, here instead of cards, we can look at our 10 frame. So we know there's 10 dots there. So that's 10 and then 3 ones. We see the 13 there already. And based on the picture, we can see that it's broken up into 10 and then 3 ones. So a 10 and 3 make up 13. Now here, I know I have 10 because I filled out that 10 frame. And let's count and see how many loose ones we have. You might already have an idea, but we can count to check. 1, 2, 3, 4. You said 4, you are right. Now 10, 4 is the same as what number? 14. And of course, you could count the dots to check. Okay, now we have 10, and then if a whole row of 5 is filled up, we know that 5 group is 5. So we can write our 10 and then our 5 and know that 10, 5 goes together to make 15. Okay, last 3. 10, 6. We see our number 16. We can look at the cards and see we have a 10 and a 6. So we would write 10 and 6, and 10 and 6 is the same as 16. And then here we see our 10. We can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 loose ones. So 1, 10, 7. If I imagine covering that 0 with my 7, I get 17. And then this last one, we have 10, 8. So I can write my 10 and my 8. And if I imagine covering that 0 with my 8, I have 10, 8 makes 18. Exactly right. And remember, like we did with lesson 6, if you wanted to go write a number sentence to go along with these number bonds, you would be welcome to. That'd be a great way to practice addition. You could even write a subtraction sentence, go back to what we did this past quarter.